So I decided I wanted to do at least one Terra talking vlog while I was down here. I don't know when I'm going to post it because I don't know what I'm going to say. What else is new? I hope you can hear it. I have the balcony door open so I can hear the ocean for one last time. I'm currently waiting to find out what's going on with my flight. It's an exercise in frustration and futility. Trying to figure out why your international flight is delayed, and when you try to call the airlines, it's a long distance call, so you're either getting jacked on the regular phone or you're using cell phone minutes at a rate of like $1 billion a second. So either way. So I called some cute little girl who speaks some English at the front desk, and she's supposed to be calling me back, so I'm going to have to interrupt this. But anyways, it's been an amazing trip. I came down here knowing that I wanted and needed to just do a lot of thinking and soul searching and some relaxing. I didn't want it to be just like, you know, coming down here to the beach to like do yoga and crap, because that's not going to happen. But yeah, so it's been good. It's been good. There is something truly healing about the ocean and the sun to me, and that was good. And then yesterday, I think what really kind of tied everything together for me was going to this. It's like Six Flags, basically. It's like this. There's 4 amusement parks, but they're like natural things, like a forest. And they have like animals that are kind of like a zoo, and then one of them is like an aquarium, and then one of them is just zip lining. And I don't even, the 4th one is just the ruins, the Tulum ruins. And so the tour that I wanted to take, I didn't get on because it left at dark 30 in the morning, and no one in my limited Spanish and their English could give me this information until after the fact. So I ended up settling to go on this other tour. But, you know, it's funny how sometimes that works out, how God will make things happen so that you're supposed to be where you're supposed to be. So I went on the secondary one, and one of the optional activities was to do this Mayan sweat lodge. And this place that I went to is very much about the culture and the traditions and what Mexico is all about. And this was really an amazing thing, just to be part of something that's centuries old, and that it's carried on in the same way. And I know it sounds like heebie-jeebie to some people who just aren't into that thing, but I mean, that was my major at school, was anthropology, so studying what other cultures are doing and why they do it. So I just absorbed this. And it was weird because I can understand a lot of Spanish. I can't speak it back, and I don't catch everything, but I can get the gist. But one of the ladies who worked there realized that I was the only English speaker, and came over and was just softly translating for me everything that the guy was saying, and it was really awesome, the initial ceremony. And then you go into the sweat lodge, and you start out, and it's like 90 degrees in there, which is still pretty hot. And then they bring in these volcanic rocks that are on fire, and he pours tea over them to make them hotter. So it got up to 130 degrees in there, and then you go through this process that the Mayan warriors used to have to do before they would go out and fight their battles. And the guy was he was very soothing, and I think there was just so much truth to what he was saying about how, the part that really got me, and I'm probably going to tear up at this, was he was talking about how as parents, and mostly as mothers, it was in some Mayan tradition, last night being the 3rd night of a full moon, was celebrating women, and women being the bearers of life as mothers. And he was talking about having this unconditional love and how we do that for our kids, that we go through these dark, or they can go through dark times sometimes. They're scared of the dark, or they're scared of, monsters under their bed, and they're scared to do new things. And as parents, you just come alongside them, and you hold their hands, and you go through these dark times with them, even if you yourself are scared. And that comes from our strength from within is what allows us to be able to walk through those scary times. And I can't put it all into words, but it was really a powerful ceremony. And then coming out, you're so relieved to get back out into the cooler air, which was still probably like 85 degrees and super humid. But you get this bowl of cold water dunked over you, and then you go down to this natural pool, and so you have the magic of the fire and then the magic of the water, and you get in this natural pool, and your pores close back up, and you keep all of that strength locked inside because your pores close it in. This again is me trying to understand the Spanish, but there was also this option to go jump off of a cliff into the pool, to just grab hold of all of the strength that you just received in this warrior ceremony and use it as your courage to jump off of this really high place. And I knew that was one of the things that I wanted to do, and I don't know why. I can't explain it. I'm not really a daredevil. I'm not a fan of heights. I'm not super scared to death of them. But I knew that I needed to symbolically take this leap of faith, if you will, or just this, to let go, to not have the next step, set in stone. And, sorry, my mom's going to yell at me about that. And I did it. And it was pretty amazing. I mean, it was you jumping off of a cliff, a ledge, like 15 to 20 feet high. And, they're telling you just take a big step. You don't think about it. You don't, you don't be scared. You just hold on to the courage that's in you, and you jump into the pool. And I did. And it felt so amazing. I can't put it into words, but it was an amazing thing. And it did feel somehow different coming back up to the surface after that. It was what I needed. And I think that I'm coming back now with a renewed sense of myself, definitely. Still don't have it all figured out who I am. But having gone through the last few months being very hard, dealing with some hurts, I think I'm coming back happier. I think I've let go of that pain. I don't need to hold on to it for any reason. And I hope that I'm a more loving person. I hope that I'm able to show it more to people around me and to people I don't get to see every day but still interact with on some level. And I can't wait to come back here. I hope I get to. It's been an amazing trip. I have used that word amazing. But it's been really awesome. I think that's about all I was going to say about that. But maybe I'll have more later.